Hi there, my name is Julie Larson and I am the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade math teacher here at St. Joseph's. It's my first year at St. Joe's, but my 11th year teaching middle school math. My kids are also coming here for the first time this year. I have Titus in 5th grade, Allie in 3rd grade, Carly in 1st grade, and Lydia in preschool. I'm going to talk mostly about math, and then I will say briefly a few things about homeroom for those 6th grade parents that are tuning in. Please listen till the end. All right, so I have my syllabus here in front of me, and I'm just going to go over a few things that are really important and maybe different than what you're used to for math class. Right now I'm figuring out students. I have all ability levels in every class, and so please be patient with me as I sort through those things, and I can do a little bit more differentiation as the year goes on. First off, you should expect your son or daughter to have a homework assignment assigned almost every day of class. If most days I should give them at least 10 minutes to get it started in class. I really want them to get it started at school so that those first questions they run into, I'm in the room and I can help them. If they don't get the help that they need here at school and they come home and they still are struggling with something, and you either don't have the time or the energy or the knowledge to help them out, please let them know that they can come at 7:45 in the morning or anytime between 7:45 and 8:10 to my classroom, and whatever I'm working on, I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to help that student that needs some help with that problem or those problems. Please hopefully help them to not have their entire assignment to do. YouTube is always a great help. If you just YouTube search the topic that we're learning, there's normally a good video from a math teacher to help them out. Grades. My grades are a little bit different than you might be used to. I put assignments, participation, and quizzes all together in a 30% category. That's not very much. And the reason why is because that is part of the learning process. I want students to feel like it's okay to make a mistake while they're learning. I feel like homework assignments are kind of practicing. I feel like participation in class is your attention, right? If you're not paying attention to the learning or to the information, you're probably not going to come out learning it as well. If I give you a project to do in class with some partners or some group members and you're goofing around, you're probably not going to learn anything from that activity. And so that's why I put participation points in there so that I can account for students to actually participate properly in an activity. And then lastly, quizzes are like a checkup. So it's a wake-up call to both myself and the students to see where are we at in the learning process, and it doesn't hurt you so much if you don't do so well. So sometimes I actually will do a pop quiz just to check in, just to see where kids are, and they're normally worth about the same as a homework assignment, so they're not a big deal. And then my tests are kind of a big deal because they add up to 70% of their overall grade. And so I make sure that they are prepared. I've given them everything they need to do a really good job on that test. And if for some reason they don't do a really good job, I will have them do a retake. The retakes might be a little bit different than you're used to as well. I have sections on my test, and so I will have them retake any section that they don't do well in. So let's say they really aced 3 out of the 5 things I taught them. I'm going to have them just relearn those 2 things that they didn't do so well on, and they can retake those 2 sections and then earn a few more points to help their overall grade. The point is that I want the learning to happen, and that's the most important thing, is that your son or daughter learns what they need to learn. Effort's important. But I don't grade effort. I grade what they've learned, and I'll do everything I can to help them learn that. On the back, looking at my syllabus, I just have 4 rules to be here, meaning be present, be respectful, be responsible, and be awesome. So that's basically just saying have a good attitude. If your son or daughter is absent, I encourage them to check the homework calendars. If you need help getting on a homework calendar, you can check in with your homeroom teacher. For 6th graders, that's me. You can also email me anytime with any questions. My email is julie.larson, LARSON, at stjosephcommunity.org. And I'm sure there will be more questions that come up as the year goes on. I just want you guys to know that I am trying to train your sons and daughters to be problem solvers. So my big vision for math class is for them to be able to take any type of problem and use critical thinking to solve that problem. It's a big task. In addition to that, they need to learn all of the Minnesota State standards. So I feel like if we approach all those standards from a problem-solving aspect, that they will be able to learn even more, because they'll be able to take any type of problem and test and try other things to get to those answers. Because in the end, math is going to be learning about problem solving, and that's what they'll use in their future. All right. If you're a 6th, 7th, or 8th grade parent, just remember, email me anytime. I welcome communication. All right. And sometimes I will email you, but most of the time you'll get your communication from the homeroom teacher. 6th grade parents, I'm the homeroom teacher. So every Friday, I will plan on emailing you kind of a overall either summary of the week might be on there, but mostly a look ahead so that you can see what's coming up, what important things are happening. Sometimes I'll do the typical homeroom things that you experienced in 5th and 4th and 3rd grade. Like I might do an occasional book order, things like that. You'll conference with me. Some of the biggest differences for middle schoolers, since they are all new to middle school, is that they're storing their stuff in their lockers. They got a little taste of that from last year, storing things in their locker. But they're responsible for a lot. They're responsible for knowing what their homework is. They're responsible for bringing things home that they need to bring home. And I understand that there is a learning process for that. And so please let me know if you're struggling with something or you're trying a method at home that you'd like me to support you with here at school. And I will try and let you know anytime I notice a habit that's forming that we might want to work together to solve. As far as homeroom goes, they see me for homeroom class twice, I believe, in every 6 days, maybe 3 times every 6 days. And during that time, we will often have some study hall time. I will have time to help your son or daughter to kind of organize if they need to be organized. We might just have a topic to talk about. That's when we go through and do community building type things. I may do read alouds. Think of it as just together time, community time for the 6th graders. It's not fluff time. We always will have some sort of goal during that time, but it's kind of my flexible time where I can do more of what we want or need to do with the 6th graders. Also, now that they have several teachers, if you have a concern about a specific assignment that's not for math class, or something that's going on that's not math class, please email that teacher, because in the end, I would just forward your email on to them. And so they're okay with that. If you have a concern about a specific class or something that's going on in a specific class, please email that person directly. All of our emails are listed on the school website. Also, just the last thing, I also am their art teacher. So if you have any questions about art, you can send them through. They have art class every 6 days. It's on day 6. So we've had 1 art class so far, and I look forward to doing more art classes. That's it for right now, but please email me with any questions. I'm sure I missed something. Have a great one. Bye-bye.